On question 14, let's start with the prompt like we always do. Which choice most logically completes the text? On these questions, it kind of sounds like they're asking us to predict what's going to come next, but in the grand majority of them, what you really just need to do is find the main idea and find one answer that's in line with that main idea. Super simple. So let's start looking through. In a study, this team compared the feeding behaviors of wild lions with those of captive lions. They noted that previous studies focused on other carnivores have shown that providing animals with food at regular intervals, as is common in captive settings, may inadvertently facilitate the development of purposelessly repetitive behaviors by reducing the need for a high degree of cognitive engagement with the environment. The researchers were therefore not surprised to find what? Okay, so what did they find? They said when you feed animals at regular timing intervals, which is what you do if you have a pet or an animal in captivity, that accidentally facilitates the development of these purposeless, repetitive behaviors. Why? Because it reduces the need for a high degree of cognitive engagement with their environment. So, in other words, they're not being challenged, and so they just develop these eccentric, repetitive behaviors. So, which answer is in line with that? A. Bones from carcasses provided to captive lions showed signs of extensive gnawing beyond the point of nutrition and extraction, whereas bones from prey hunted by wild lions did not. So here, the captive ones had these repetitive behaviors beyond the point of nutrient extraction. So that's the purposeless part. So this one's looking pretty good. B, during feeding episodes, captive lions showed more aggression than wild lions. Well, we're not really talking about aggression here in any way, so we can easily get rid of this one. C, when caretakers placed food in boxes that were cognitively demanding to open, captive lions showed repeated behaviors similar to those that wild lions show. Well, the idea of the conclusion was that the captive ones behave very differently than the wild ones. So we're not going to want to pick an answer that says that the captive lions had similar behaviors to the wild lions. So we can get rid of that. And D, captive lions showed a stereotypic behavior of pacing in their enclosures as feeding times approached, whereas wild lions showed a stereotypic behavior of pacing before embarking on a hunt. So, once again, this is giving us a similarity. The captive ones had the stereotypic behavior, and the wild ones also had a stereotypic behavior. So, there's just a similarity between the two when we're trying to find a difference here. So, the answer to 14 is A.